Mount Pleasant looks like just another college town until you actually live there. There's a side to the city that most people never see, and whether you end up loving it or hating it, it usually comes down to one thing: knowing what you're getting into. Hi, I'm Jamie Broderick, a local realtor based here in mid-Michigan, and I work with buyers, sellers, and families throughout mid-Michigan, including right here in Mount Pleasant. If you've been looking at this area and wondering, is Mount Pleasant a good place to live? This video is for you. I'm going to walk you through what it's really like, not just from Google, not just from a brochure, but from my own experience working with people who've made this place home and others who decided it wasn't quite right for them. We're going to talk about the pros, the cons, and a few things most people don't hear until after they move here. So grab a coffee and let's get into it. Let's start with the good stuff, the pros. Let's talk about money because that's where Mount Pleasant really shines. I've helped a lot of families move here after getting completely priced out of bigger markets. And the reaction is usually the same. Wait, this is what I can actually afford? The median home price here is just over $200,000. That's according to the Mount Pleasant MLS. That's not a fixer-upper or something way out in the sticks. I'm talking move-in ready homes in quiet neighborhoods, often with a yard, a garage, and room to breathe. I've even had clients pick up a 3-bed home here for less than what they paid for a 1-bedroom condo back in Metro Detroit. Rent is also reasonable, averaging just under around $1,300 a month, which makes it easy for students, young families, or anyone in transition to find something stable while they figure out what their next move is. And because the pace of the town is slower, there's less of that rush to buy before prices skyrocket pressure that you get in hotter markets. One client told me that moving here finally let them stop living paycheck to paycheck. Between the lower housing costs, manageable utility bills, and no city income tax, they were able to start saving, plan for travel, and even sign their daughter up for extracurriculars that they couldn't afford before. And if you're a homeowner looking to renovate or buy an older place, the city even has housing grant programs that can help cover things like repairs or accessibility upgrades. You can check the city's website for more details or reach out to me to discuss. That kind of support can go a long way when you're settling into a home that needs a little bit of TLC. And the best part, the affordability doesn't come with a trade-off in lifestyle. You're still close to parks, schools, restaurants, and community events. So yes, it's affordable, but more importantly, it lets you live comfortably without sacrificing the things that make life good. One of the best things about living in Mount Pleasant, you don't have to plan for nature. It's already part of your everyday life. Whether you're walking the dog before work, letting the kids burn off energy after school, or just chasing a quiet moment with a coffee in hand, this town makes it easy to step outside and actually enjoy it. Let me walk you through a few local favorites because if you're anything like my clients, you'll want to know where you'll be spending your Saturdays. Island Park is right behind City Hall, and it's probably one of the most active little hubs in town. There's a lighted tennis court, a skate park, and a timber town, the kind of giant wooden playscape that kids could spend hours exploring. And when summer hits, the spray park is packed. I always tell families, if you've got little ones, you'll end up here a lot, and you'll be glad for it. Now, if you're more into the peaceful, scenic kind of outdoor time, Mill Pond Park is where it's at. It's 90 acres with the Chippewa River flowing straight through it, and the whole place just feels still in the best way. I've had clients who fell in love with Mount Pleasant after a walk along the nature trail here in the fall, and honestly, I get it. The colors, the water, the calm, it is pretty magical. And for the outdoor adventurers or anyone who wants to feel like they've gotten away without leaving town, Mission Creek Woodland Park is where it's at. It's 60 acres of wooded trails, and in winter, there's a sledding hill that kids and grown-ups live for. I always recommend this park to buyers who ask, where can I feel a little more off the grid without actually going anywhere? And then there's Chippewa Waters Park, Horizon Park, and Nelson Park. Each one has its own vibe. Chippewater's has a beautiful river walk and a natural play area that's perfect for younger kids. Horizon is great for a quiet morning jog, and Nelson's tucked away charm makes it perfect for picnics or just laying on a blanket with a good book. That's the thing about Mount Pleasant. There's green space everywhere, and it's not just pretty, it's useful. It's part of your rhythm. I know families who plan birthdays in the parks here every year. I know retirees who start their mornings with a quiet trail walk, and I know plenty of folks, myself included, who found that just being close to nature and an escape every day has a way of softening the stress. So if you're looking for a place where the outdoors isn't a special occasion, but it's more of just how life flows, Mount Pleasant makes it easy. One of the best day-to-day perks of living in Mount Pleasant is that everything is close. I mean, really close. You can get from one side of town to the other in 10, maybe 15 minutes tops, even with a coffee stop. Grocery stores, schools, restaurants, downtown, it's all just a few minutes away. And the best part is that there's basically no traffic, like none of that big city crawl where you're stuck staring at brake lights, wondering if you'll make it home before bedtime. Here you actually get that time back. More time for dinner with the family, more time to walk the dog, more time to just sit on the porch and do absolutely nothing, which is kind of a dream sometimes, at least for me. Clients who move from larger metros are always shocked by how easy it is to run errands or get across town without planning your entire afternoon around it. And for families with kids in sports or multiple schools, it's really helpful to be that close to everything. So here's the upside, but let's talk about the other side too, the stuff you really want to know about Mount Pleasant before you decide to move here. So what it's really like living in a college town. I get this question a lot, and the answer is it depends on where you live. Central Michigan University is a big part of Mount Pleasant's personality. It brings a lot of perks, energy, diversity, sports, concerts, summer camps for the kids, even dual enrollment opportunities for high schoolers. There's always something happening, which gives the town this youthful, active buzz that a lot of people enjoy. But I'll be honest, it is a college town, and that comes with some personality of its own. Certain areas, especially near campus or along Mission Street, can get a little rowdy during the school year. You'll definitely feel the presence of 20,000 students when it's game day, or when the pizza delivery guy is making 3 trips to the house at midnight on a Thursday. Some streets are almost entirely student rentals. So if you're dreaming of a peaceful Friday night barbecue or just want to make sure that you know who your neighbors are before you fall in love with the listing, that's really important. I tell my clients Mount Pleasant has 2 distinct rhythms. If you want quiet, calm, and family friendly, those neighborhoods absolutely exist. And they're beautiful, but you buy too close to campus without realizing it, you might find yourself in the middle of what feels like dorm life all over again. It's not bad, it's just different, and some people love that energy and others need space from it. And my job is helping you land exactly where you feel most at home. Now let's talk about shopping and dining in Mount Pleasant. If you're someone who enjoys a variety of dining options, Mount Pleasant offers a mix of casual eateries and a few upscale spots. Places like Camille's Prime and The Brass provide refined dining experiences, while Medora's Sushi and Martini Lounge offers a taste of global cuisine right in town. Every time I'm in Mount Pleasant, I stop at Pure Vitality for a fresh cold-pressed juice and a clean meal. For everyday shopping needs, you'll find essentials covered. There's a Target on East Bluegrass Road, which includes a grocery section, and other national retailers like Walmart and Meijer are also available. However, if you're seeking high-end shopping experiences or a broader range of international cuisines, you might find the local options limited. Some residents make occasional trips to nearby cities like Midland or Lansing to explore a wider array of restaurants and retail stores. But before you travel, make sure you check out the Country Corner store, who has an awesome and unique market and deli. Nightlife here tends to cater to the college crowd, with venues like Rubbles, the Bird Bar and Grill, and the classic Wayside Central being popular among students. If you're looking for a more diverse or upscale nightlife scene, you might want to venture out of town occasionally. In summary, Mount Pleasant offers a comfortable and convenient lifestyle with essential amenities readily available. And while it may not boast the extensive dining and shopping scenes of larger cities, its charm lies in the simplicity and the close-knit community feel, and the availability for outdoor nature. Michigan winters are no joke, and Mount Pleasant gets its fair share of snow. On average, we see about 42 inches of snow per year, which is higher than the national average of 28 inches. The snowy season typically spans from early November to mid-April, with January being the busiest snow month, averaging about 5.7 inches. Temperatures can dip quite low, with January lows averaging around 13 degrees Fahrenheit. Roads can be slick, especially on side streets, so a reliable car and a good pair of boots are essential. If you've never lived through a real winter before, it's an adjustment. But the trade-off is all the beauty and quiet that comes with snowy mornings and bundled up walks along the river. It's a slower season for sure, but there's something cozy about it too. Mount Pleasant's job market is robust in certain sectors, particularly education, healthcare, and hospitality. Major employers include Central Michigan University, my Mid-Michigan Medical Center, and the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort, which provide stable opportunities in these fields. Many residents manage this by working remotely or commuting to nearby cities like Midland or Saginaw, where a broader range of specialized positions are available. Others take this as an opportunity to start their own businesses or engage in part-time work, focusing on the quality of life that Mount Pleasant offers. If you're considering a move here with specific career goals, it's advisable to explore job opportunities in advance to ensure alignment with your professional aspirations. So, is Mount Pleasant right for you? Honestly, that depends on what you need most in this season of life. If you're looking for peace, affordability, and a community that still feels like a community, Mount Pleasant might be exactly what you're looking for. It's not flashy, it's not fast, but it's steady, grounded, and full of little pockets of joy if you know where to look. I've helped people move here for new jobs, fresh starts, smaller mortgages, and even just a simpler way of living. And I've seen how much that decision can transform someone's day-to-day life. I've also helped folks realize that this isn't their forever town, and that's okay too. What matters most is knowing that what you're getting into and finding the right fit for you and your family. And that's where I come in. So if you're thinking about moving to Mount Pleasant, or if you're still just trying to figure out if this is a kind of town that would be right for you, I'd love to help you explore your options. I know the neighborhoods, I know the rhythms of the town, and I know how to match people with the right kind of home for how they want to live. My number is right here on the screen, and you can call, text, or email anytime. And if this video gave you clarity or helped move your decision forward, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone else who might be considering a move to the area. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.